I get word and it's like 1, 5, 5, 3, 17.
Hello. Oh, hello. When somebody gets there to test the audience, what do they do? Somebody's gonna go around. Well, don't do it there, because that's gonna.
Well, yeah.
Alright. Yeah. We're just gonna need to speak. We'll see if it be heard. All sides.
I'm speaking beep beep boop. Josh is not saying anything. He's not contributing.
Well, now I am. Have to react.
We'll always try to listen to the stream first.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like as soon as you first
The internet goes.
Let's sit a second.
Character is interesting.
Yeah.
Is there just too much going in your mind now to fully decide?
Me?
Yeah.
If I can't come up with something like, I'm starting on this idea of thinking some state of mind where
I already
you can work
figured
with
out
something.
I already made the character. Do we just move the microphone?
Who's testing this? The sound? How's it sound? Awful. I believe very bad.
Why?
It's all your fault. Boss is Eric's fault.
Okay. It could be because the phone is plugged into that.
Let's go and phone from Martin.
I mean,
Tested it now, fine sir. How does it sound?
Let's see. Did you just now play it?
How does it sound now, sir? Does it sound good? Or does it sound bad? Test.
Test.
1, 2.
To the internet's here.
Test 2.
Josh is tribute. He's
Test.
still by the internet tonight. He uses it daily.
Thank you.
what are you talking about?
The audio. Joshua.
I mean, he's gonna level up with you guys. So.
Don't you want the viewers to have a pleasant
Ball.
experience?
Still doing it.
Where they can hear
Still doing it.
So can I have a character like go with them in the time loop and then leave?
Yeah.
Okay, we can go that way.
You could just do the mic on the camera.
You try to move the microphone to a different position.
Just try now.
Alright.
Try now.
Think of it. Try to.
Let's see.
I'm gonna do the bracket. Okay. Justin.
Huh?
Okay, practice.
Test. 1, 2.
How does it?
Test. 1, 2. Test. 1, 2.
Hello.
Test. 1, 2. Test. 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Test. So Red says there's just a small echo.
Yeah.
Is that what you're hearing?
Yeah. I like glitches.
Should we try the microphone camera?
The little apple.
Kind of better
Turn it
now.
off the laptops.
Better now.
Is it set now?
Yeah. Just let me know when you want to double check it. I've never double it.
Let me go double check quick. Go double check it real quick. It's fine, I won't mess with it anymore.
Shit.
Test 1 2.
Hello, hello.
Test 1 2.
Hello.
Test 1. Hello, sir. Yes, welcome.
Oi.
Step in.
Has been waiting. A role-playing adventure.
Welcome.
See.
Hello.
Story full of
Go!
What's a good fighter for a spear? With a spear.
What's a what?
Good fighter.
Like a fighting stuff.
No, is
for a
this
fighter
sound
I can use a spear.
It sounds like you're in a chamber.
Yeah,
in
lance.
a chamber?
Sounds like the Matrix is ground.
Simulation is just
Exactly.
like
Except
nah. It's more interesting. More European based. Champion. Okay. That sounds fine. Rush. I wanted to start with melee classes, and then it's like no spell cast.
yeah.
Crash course in spell casting. Yeah, great. Oh, those are my stats.
Unbelievable.
Go for it.
Wait.
Wait. This is picking up your fun. Whichever one. It says that it just
You think you got it?
go whack with text.
Oh, okay. So they with this.
Go give yourself masturbation, sir. For you have deserved it. Hello, and welcome to Rolls4Roles. Hello, thank you for stopping by. How you doing? Hello. Hello. Test 1 2. Test 2 1 3. Penile enhancement cream. Quiet. No, I know why there's an echo. Okay, try it now. There shouldn't be an echo. It should be Gucci. I'm going to turn it up ever so slightly.
What should my top stat for a fighter be? Strength or
Strength.
Okay.
Constitution. Also depends if you want to be a dex based.
Test 1 2.
Dex
Test
based.
1
You want to
3
be dex
2.
based?
Yeah.
Then you can just double strength. You can at least get a 10 in it. But there's not much strength.
Mine are like above average, so I'm actually.
If you're going dex, you
I
probably
don't
want
have
to.
any negatives, which is nice.
If you're going dex, you probably want to go 2 weapon fighting.
Like
Woo.
2 or
Like 2, just so you can get the maximum attack. So you can just have
It is good now. Hooray, we have done it. We are good.
so his whole thing
It only took us an hour and a half.
But it's like a
Fuck.
3-part spear.
Yeah.
So could that count?
I don't think there's anybody watching anyways other than
I know,
you two,
same.
so
Yep. Yeah.
woohoo.
We're good now. I can pick up Derek back there.
Cool. Cool,
See what-
cool, 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 cool.
See what stat Stu uses.
Pretty sure it's versatile.
I'm gonna start recording in 3, 2. Well, I guess I'll wait for Derek. Vomits all over the table.
That'd be
We
so
should-
funny.
No.
So the one problem with the mic,
It's like,
can you move it so that the mic isn't just directly in the camera? I mean, it's not that. It's still. It's just a giant ball.
if it's finesse, you can use stacks.
Finesse.
We can completely turn this back if you want. Just want to turn it all the way so it's like you, boys. Okay. As soon as you're ready, Derek, we're gonna stir her up on the recording. We're on stream, but
Sorry.
I mean, it's kind of like the and before time. It's not real. It doesn't really exist. It only exists on Twitch, and nobody's
It's
actually
exclusive.
here but me. So, dang.
Here's the land.
It is the land before time. I've titled this stream "The Misadventures of the B-Side" because I didn't really know what the fuck to call it. But it's
Call it something
It's not the A team with the B team.
but yeah, I basically just called it "The Misadventures of the B-Side" episode 2, and that's just what our little off series will be called. And maybe I don't know. We'll keep
see where
going.
it goes.
We'll see where it goes. Be thinking of what you would like your little Star Wars series to be called. Teasers for the people who aren't in the room.
I think range weapons do that. Everyone watches range weapons.
when
Yes.
you throw it. Let's get this party started.
Okay, so hit and record in 3. Oh shit! I hope they don't.
Oh, here.
No, dude.
Psych.
Psych! I found it. Ah, bitch. Okay. Starting the stream in 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome back to Rolls4Roles.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna play some D&D and try to figure out what the hell we're doing. This is the Misadventures of the B-Side because I don't know what I'm doing
Part
and they don't either. Where we left off, you had fought a giant rock who had gotten smart and ran away, summoned some help that y'all managed to defeat, but he didn't really leave much behind. You still have about 2 days till you're at Kosh. Other than that, it's probably 1 in the afternoon. It's a nice spring day. It's not very cold. It's not very warm. Anybody who's wearing long sleeves feels really warm. It's sunny.
It beats living in the arena.
Where you don't really get to see the outside world very much.
Well, you're not wrong, boys. Let's get a move on.
How's yours?
Oh, I see it.
Who's leading the helm on the group down the road? Give me a perception check, sir.
Don't fuck it up.
And don't fuck it up.
Is that longer?
That's what we're
Is
taking.
that longer? So 27.
No, you hadn't rested yet. Mm-hmm.
Not 20.
Nat 20?
Did you fuck
Yeah,
up?
I mean, proceeding forward, being a little bit quieter than what you were previously with your. Hey, yo! You in the house over there! Proceeding slightly quieter than that. You don't really catch anything. It's a beautiful day, though. You see a lot of birds flying off in the distance. None are flying towards you, so that's relatively nice. The day proceeds off without a hitch. It's probably approaching 5 p.m. You see a clearing off on the side where the stone setup they used to have campfires. That's the first rest point you've seen that's been used, like, recently.
What do y'all think of that, boys? Looks pretty fresh.
Well, yeah. Somebody definitely was here recently. Oh,
So right.
Cells or keep on going.
I don't see.
Can I
Like,
investigate
some
it?
bars.
Yeah, sure. Give me an investigation check.
21.
Yeah, it's probably about a week old.
Only
Was the
okay.
last time there was a fire in it.
And you said this road is very. It's a long road, right? Like it's,
Yeah, y'all have like probably another two or 3 days left to travel to get there.
What time of day is it? What time we got there?
It's about 5:36. It's starting. It's dusk and getting dark.
So,
It will be night soon.
It's been used for. It's been a while since it's been used, boys, but it's getting late. We're staying here for the night. What do y'all say?
Yeah.
Fuck it, bruh.
I guess.
All right, boys. Let's set up camp.
Surely there's centuries left for this.
Assume y'all have tents, right?
Yeah.
Tents. Good.
Y'all got tits. Is that what you
Tents.
Oh, I
Tents.
I got
Y'all got
different
tits,
Y'all got
right?
tits.
We
Bro,
got
I was like,
different fish packs.
Yeah.
We got that
You got tits, right? So it's gonna be 2 watches, cause most of y'all are elves, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So it'll be 2 watches and then an hour of whatever the fuck you guys want to do
Oh, wait,
before
no.
the rest of them wake up. So who wants to take first watch for the night PM shift? You, sir.
Oh, before the night one?
Actually,
I'm like, let me do it.
yeah, you should do it actually.
I'll do it. No, it's still visible light.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I get the super darkfish.
Yeah. You said it good. Alright, here we go. 18.
18. So it's kind of chilly night. It's not really as warm as it was earlier in the day. It's not that nippy. Just a little chilly.
Like a wind or.
The wind's slightly blowing, but it's not like, oh my god, it's freezing out here. It's enough to make you be like,
You're just kind of like, you can feel it. Okay.
Obviously, that's going to change.
Okay.
yeah, you don't really hear anything throughout the night. Looking around, you see a tree that has a couple names carved in it.
I'm watching
Just sitting there chilling.
I'm meditating while I'm watching.
After your 2-hour watch goes off without a hitch, quiet night. Who's trading off with him?
I'll take second one.
Taking second watch.
I need it to 2 and 0.
Pompous, I see.
I'm just.
As an elf.
I'm just sleeping.
My elven vision fails me.
I find myself blind on this night.
Ah, shit, dude.
10. So the night starts off and you're keeping an intense watch. You're watching the horizon. You don't hear anything. Hear bugs creaking every once in a while, and you look up and you see a shooting star. See a couple more.
Yeah.
Oh man. The next thing you know, your watch is up, and you've been watching the stars for the last 2 hours.
At least nothing good.
You turn around, the party's just slaughtered.
Everyone's dead. I was scared. I was just like, wait, I don't think this is going. Okay. Whew. Didn't turn bad.
Us drows don't see the stars much. It's quite fascinating to me.
Yeah, it's 3 watches. Yeah. Yeah. So who's taking the last watch? You'll take the last watch. Give me a perception check. Do you have dark vision?
C.
Okay.
14.
Okay, so on your watch, you see 2 smaller animals off in the distance, probably 550, 600 feet out. Like, they're just little.
Right.
They're chasing each other. You're unsure if it's like 2 animals playing, a hunter and a prey. It's too far to really tell. But other than that, I mean, it's a pretty quiet night. You get to watch the sunrise. It's a nice, pretty blue and pink. It's nice. You really, it really touches your heart. The frat bro in you cries.
The world is so pretty.
As everyone wakes up the next morning, it's a slightly cloudy day. A little cooler than the day before. Stays about the same temperature it was at night.
Okay. To where it's kind of like.
If you're not wearing, if you don't have sleeves on, you're kind of like, man, my arms are cold.
Okay.
Chris? I'm always wearing my polo. Ralph? Of course.
Alright, boys.
I can't even get the Ralph.
Let's gotta move on. How far are we away from town again? 2 days, you said?
So we'll say if you go fast, you will get there today. If you take normal speed, you'll get there too.
I'm gonna turn into a horse.
Can I ride your fellow, sir?
Sure, man.
Thank you.
I want to try and reach my deity.
What do you think?
I want to.
What are you coming at him with? What's
I guess the
True.
direction, because
What's
like
your-
I know where basically I know what like my sentient blade wants, but like I don't know basically like what my patron wants. I guess
I mean the blade is your patron.
right, but I guess the deity for like that I guess because he's the way you explained it like incestuous or whatever.
No, picture more of like an evil, dark entity sealed into a weapon.
Okay.
He is your patron
Okay.
from the sword.
Mhm.
He has many warlocks.
Mhm.
Only one carries him at a time.
Mhm.
If you best one in combat, he happens to have a sword, and then you get the sword. Congratulations.
I guess I meant for like my divine soul sorcerer.
Oh, yeah, oh no. I explained that to you at work.
Yeah.
So, like, a deity fucked your great-great-great-grandma. Fucking a couple
Yeah.
hundred. It does not give 2 shits about you.
I can
No,
contact it.
fucking it.
You're
Imagine if your great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandchild 3 times removed just
Son of
decided to
Zach.
call you up and be like, "Yo, so I know I like to steal some of your power dog, but what you want me to do?"
This is
Okay.
exactly what I need.
So I'm just I'm the bastard talker.
Yeah,
Okay, that's fine.
like
you're a bastard.
Then I'm good.
it's fucking smacking them cupcakes, dog. Twinkie cupcakes brought to you by Freshly Baked Chaos. Woo woo.
God damn. On God. Anyway.
So, are we taking a fast pace or are we taking a slow pace?
We're going to go fast or slow today? I reckon we go fast.
Yes. I think we should be on our way.
We're going to do shot. What do y'all say, yeah?
That's
Start
like
going.
3 out of 5, so yeah.
Yeah.
Start going at a
That's
fast
3
pace.
and 2.
Yeah.
So give me a whoever's helming the first bit. Give me a perception check with disadvantage.
With disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
You know I'm a ranger, bro. That's the best.
You're going fast, so it
I
doesn't really
mixed feelings
matter.
about it. It's pretty good. Those means because I'm using the most. Right. Of course.
It's me.
Do you have your T100?
Yes.
Oh
It's mainly for
shit!
this.
D100.
Are we all doing perception check?
No,
he's
it's
the helmet.
Keep me in, so I get a second attack. I can add that. 56. So it's like, add on added, so it's like, only reason why.
Stacks on stacks.
Stacks on stacks on stacks on stacks.
And I also have a sword for the gold, so I'm not there.
Stonks.
If this nigga is still take it.
Cross. Oh shit, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude.
Right there, right there.
Right there.
Wait.
I can work with this. This isn't bad. No skills matter one.
It's taken. Can't see it.
Because I had the 100 to save map.
Oh yeah. Who's gonna roll it?
Or well, actually, yes.
Alright, here we go.
Oh no. Oh no.
Are you
Is
fucking
that-
serious right now?
No fucking way.
Okay, let's see what it is.
No fucking way.
Well, we fucked up, so shit.
Are that big muffins on tips?
That thing is eyeballing this shit.
I don't know if that was like.
No,
Personally,
no one did something. That's all you did.
Hold on. That one wasn't good.
No, fuck.
You're like, hold on.
It wasn't gonna serve any kind of good purpose.
Good for that.
I was going to keep playing.
No. So as y'all are cresting over this hill,
Oh fuck.
you've started to hit forests on the side, and you look off to your left as you're just glancing quickly, and you see a guy who is got a rope, and he is hanging it from the tallest tree that he could find. And he looks like he's getting ready to
Hey.
probably hang something. Unsure of what.
Invisibility.
So you, oh, buddy, what you doing?
Are y'all
Did you
stopping
stop?
and
Yeah,
going?
dude,
Yeah,
we're
y'all are
speeding.
hauling ass on the road right now. I don't know if you're stopping or if you're.
Did I see this or did only he see this?
I mean, he sees it. So if he's helming, so if he's like whoa, y'all are all slowing down.
Okay.
And come to a stop. So you're whoa-woing. We're whoa-woing.
Okay.
So you whoa.
Oh.
Of course.
We don't do that here.
Dirt kind of comes to a
We don't do that.
settle.
Nay.
A nay to the boys. Gesturing that they know what this means, obviously.
Exactly. His name was speaking.
Does anybody understand his nay?
No, I don't.
Fine.
What?
Turn back into a person.
You watch this beautiful Palomino just turn into. What do you look like again? Who did you cast as yourself?
Oscar Isaac.
Oh yeah, Oscar Isaac. Beautiful Palomino turned into Oscar Isaac. Even better. It's not a beautiful Palomino anymore. Tell me what you want your Oscar Isaac inspired horse to look like.
Just in case you want to get a picture. Dang. I'm doing a full Arabian.
And you just
Just jet black.
cool. Wow.
I go up to the dude and be like, buddy. What are you doing here?
What's good?
Oh, well, this is the tallest tree in this forest.
How do you know that, buddy?
Been walking for a few days. It's the tallest one I found. I'm gonna hang my wife from here.
Insight
Yeah.
check.
Yeah, it's not check.
Badass, but he says so myself.
Mine 20.
Well, that's funny. He seems pretty fucking honest.
Can I punch him?
Say, bro, do you need any help with that, bro?
You want to punch him and you want to ask him if he needs help.
Or wait, hold on. I'm gonna see what I can. No, I'm not gonna actually do anything. Yeah. I'm just gonna go straight punch
Yeah,
him.
you don't even know me,
Straight up.
Good. Let me attack.
Oh, my goodness. Would it be advantage or no?
He needs some help.
No, okay. So it's just not 20, dude. So alright. 7 points of damage.
Takes the hit and just kind of looks at you bewildered as to why in the fuck you just hit him, because you're the one who walked up and asked him what he was doing. He told you.
Yeah.
Why did you strike
Bro,
this man?
You're gonna hang his wife. And he's dead serious about it.
Bro, let the
Inside
chill,
check.
bro.
Wait, okay.
Inside. Are you lying? Is that why you hit him?
No, because he was telling the truth. I did inside check on him.
I like an 8. Trying this shot. I was skeptical. I think he's telling the truth.
I mean, I am telling the truth. My wife is a cheating bitch, and I'm going to hang her from this tree.
We don't know this bitch. You know, like, why are you digging her, dude? You don't
You
know
gonna
that
hang
bitch?
shit
You
on
said
our
something
wife.
about helping.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some help, buddy?
Yeah.
Let's get it, bro.
Okay.
Shit.
Okay.
I'll tie that bitch. You got any bruise, though? Probably do it for a 10. Well, yeah, so 12.
I need
12.
it.
How many rows you
I
got?
don't even know what you're saying to me right now.
Bro, you want some ale, man? You got
We're
me.
in the middle of nowhere. I don't
You got
just
any
carry
bush
ale
light?
with me out in the
So you
middle
travel
of
all this
nowhere.
forest and you didn't find no brew?
No, we're in the middle of nowhere.
Why are you trying to murder your wife?
She cheated on me.
With
I don't know, some bloke while I was at war.
I thought you were about to say a tree.
how do you know this?
She's pregnant.
And you're gonna kill her over
Inside
that?
check?
Sure you didn't pull it? Shit.
Yes.
21.
He's telling the truth.
Okay.
Why would you-
I'm sick.
But you don't have to beat the guy up instead.
He ain't got no capers.
He's dead.
That's true. I'm like,
He got conscripted shortly after I did. He died in the war. I didn't. Come back, my wife's pregnant. We didn't have sex 4 months before I left, so...
No phone
I
guy?
know for a fact in this
Alright,
right.
So you know what? Fuck her and fuck the kid. Fuck it all.
Whatever, bro. We out, Ski. Yeah.
Yeah,
I go.
I ain't
I'm
really
gonna.
getting
Oh
mixed
wait,
up
no.
with
Do I
this
have?
guy.
Or is that my other?
Yeah,
Hold on.
He's like, oh,
Good luck to you, though.
okay.
Yeah.
You see him go over to his cart, and he takes the back off of it. And, oh God, there's a woman bound and gagged and unconscious, and he fucking throws her over his shoulder.
Turn back into him.
Oscar Isaac turns into an Arabian.
Of course.
Doggo.
I'm gonna jump on
Up in this bitch.
Jump on this back. I'm just like,
Oh, you.
I don't know. I'm just stunned.
Let's kick it,
It's
boy.
like shit.
I'm a mage hand. Untie the ropes.
Okay. So as he goes to put her
Yeah.
in the noose, and then he goes to let go.
I already know this is gonna go. God.
Because she's unconscious.
Ah, shit.
She just falls.
Yeah.
It's the tallest tree.
I mean, she wasn't high up because he was
Oh
with
God.
her,
Yeah, I was
so.
hoping she
Yeah.
just like.
Like fucking 80 feet, just
Yeah,
plummets to
I
the
was like,
ground
gonna
and
climb that
dies.
high with a pregnant woman. That's holy shit.
I can't.
I was hoping. She just
But no, is when she hits the ground and the other side of the rope that you untied falls down.
Yeah.
He sees it, and it's still draped over the branch.
Yeah.
And he looks at her, who's currently got it around her neck and unconscious on the ground, and he fucking grabs this rope and he starts running.
Nice. Dude.
And you see her just shoop, the tree.
My horse formerly assistant.
Oh.
Shit, buddy. Shit. I'll love it.
Give me it.
Are you gonna stop or are you just keep on going with it?
Give me a strength check.
Can't do bad things, X.
That's a 7.
Mm.
It brings you to a stop. Oh yeah, no, plus horse stats. I think it's like +4 on strength.
Yeah,
right?
4. It's 4, so that's an
11?
Yeah.
Doesn't bring you to a stop, but it kind of it starts slowing you.
Right. She's still off the ground now.
Yeah. She's about,
That's fine.
she could way up that tree.
So I'll stop it.
Okay. You still holding on to the rope?
Still holding on.
I'm just gonna neigh to them.
Now, do we drop it?
Jesus God.
Oh
my God. This is the most random D100 table I've ever found. It was like you find a man who's got a really tall tree with a noose. Let your players think what they want. And I'm just like, he's going to kill his wife. Sure, we'll see what the moral dilemma here is.
Oh, God.
Hey. Right.
Evan's a bro.
Well, fuck it. Adam's Evans, bro, so, oh my God, smoke.
So the shot will be a disadvantage.
Damn. Oh yeah, I got one in the cart. Fuck it. We'll shoot. At the rope.
The bro.
I'm gonna guide him like I do not endorse their behavior. Guidance.
Oh,
I'm back on
fine.
our way. I'm just straight back on.
Oh, you using guidance?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I won't help you with attack, but
You do not endorse it.
do not
Okay.
endorse this.
Probably might does not agree.
A man's wife is his own business.
It's a regular attack.
Yeah. It'd be an attack crossbow.
Yeah, I'm looking at the test. It's a 16.
16. So you hit the tree. You don't hit the rope.
Sir, yeah, fuck it. I ain't wasting a damn on a boat from the shit.
What can you do?
Goddamn, I tried.
You try.
Fuck it. That's the headshot.
If you got
Nah. What's the goddamn boat?
So who's making the second perception check?
I will.
I mean, I'm away from the cart.
Make it with disadvantage.
That's a nat 1, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Just kind of taken aback by this whole thing that just happened. The whole time you're walking, you're just contemplating like,
I feel like this is the day in the South.
what in the hell is going on today?
Shoot.
I just
That's
shit my
not
pants.
okay.
National Hanging Left Day.
Yeah, you see Kosh on the horizon.
I'm just like,
You can make it in by nightfall if you'd like.
Shall we, boys?
It'll be after. You'll travel in dark for a little while.
Yeah, we don't know if there's no guaranteed red spots.
But you see it probably 4 miles, 5
what
miles,
time is it right now?
5:30.
Oh yeah, we can make that.
We were bullshitting a little
Let's
bit.
go for it. Shouldn't take us that long, boys. Let's get in.
Sure, Brad.
One. Perception check with disadvantage. I don't care who rolls it.
I gave him guidance.
Oh, he already rolled the dice.
Yeah.
9.
Mm.
Eyes are locked on town. You don't really see anything else because you're not looking at anything else. You don't take your eyes off the town because you're afraid if you look away, it won't be there when you look back.
For some reason.
Oh, not a bad.
Just keep trucking on.
And keep on keeping on. Give me a dexterity check.
No.
12. Sorry. Yes.
Math.
Yes, sir.
Well, with that 12, you managed to avoid spraining your ankle in a pothole. So good on that. Just as your foot goes to step down, you're like, yeah. You put me down like a Kentucky racehorse.
Easy. Won't happen.
So as you pull up to the small village of Kosh, roughly 2,000 to 3,000 people at this point.
I feel like with some investment, this could become a great city.
Anything's possible.
Huh.
Who knows, bro?
You never know, boys.
It's probably 8:39. So most houses are dark. A few businesses are still open, but it looks like they're probably taverns or innkeepers or whatever. But it doesn't look like any shops or city official places or I don't know. You boys looking for in town?
I heard straight to an end and it's going straight to
Like fucking
Sweet
bed.
time.
Yes.
Shit.
Well, we'll formulate the plan in the morning.
It's been a long day, boys. Let's get some rest. Let's go to the inn.
Let's go to a decent tavern.
You know, I could
Okay.
use a drink.
You looking for a decent tavern?
One that looks decent, I guess.
Give me an investigation check.
That serves all kinds.
All of it. Fuck it.
All of you, bet.
Give me
Yeah,
an
man.
investigation check.
It's a nine.
Woo! 22.
16.
I like it.
Oh,
9.
Guardians had a people, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's like a
What was
seven.
it, perception?
23.
22, 23, 16, 9.
Probably takes you about 40 minutes or so. You walk from one side of town to the other. You probably come across 2 or 3 bars. One called the Leaky Tap. It kind of looked like shit. There
And
was
not that
the-
one, boys.
There was the Stout Griffin. Looked pretty good. And the other one was the Menagerie, which looked like a much more upscale and probably rich bar.
I say let's
So you go to the shitty one.
yes.
The Leaky Tab.
Let's drink with the common man.
Hey, man, brother. Shit.
What do you think, boys?
Leaky Tabs.
Probably got some key stands.
I got some Keystones. Got some key on tap, bro.
Some natty light.
Somebody call me.
Do it, bro.
Let's get that natural ice.
Okay, boys.
Natty
You
light.
take lead.
Don't forget that vanilla ice, bro.
Since you walk into the glory that is the Leaky Tap,
Yeah.
I would say it's probably about 75 by 30 feet. That's the whole room, including the bar. There's probably 10 tables, 6 of them decently filled, 2 of them with 1 person sitting at it, and then like 1 or 2 tables that are just empty.
I guess it was fairly packed.
Yeah, pretty busy little place right now.
Interesting for this time. Okay.
Looking around, 2 people, give me investigation checks.
19.
11. Yeah.
So, you don't really. What's your race?
I'm human.
Yeah, so most of the people in here are like Dwarven and Gnomish, smaller races,
Okay.
and they dress differently. So you don't really know. You're like, okay.
Just feel like
Okay, they're dressed.
whatever.
You, on the other hand, body bag, are like, these people are poor as fuck.
Yeah.
This is the trash tavern. and they're all looking at you very auspiciously.
Mm-hmm.
You don't seem fully welcome.
Right. Well,
I think some pretty big old people just walked in with full armor, weapons strapped to them,
No,
covered in blood.
I'm just kidding. Since I don't know, I'm just gonna be like, can I get a beer, boys? It's just-
Risky plays. Eric?
One small dwarven man. He's stout.
Very
Wide,
size, pretty
wide guy. He's a wide
like
man.
a lump.
He's as wide as he is tall. That's pretty big for a dwarf. He stands up and he looks at you and he goes, "Listen, we don't mean any offense. We don't really serve adventure type people here. Your people usually go to the Griffin, the road. It's a nice establishment, has a bounty board.
A bounty board.
We all barely scrape by to survive. Please don't rob us."
We're just here for a beer, boys.
They have much better beer that you would probably enjoy a lot better at Griffin.
Man, I just want something that tastes like piss.
This doesn't even taste.
thank you very much. Hand him the gold. We'll go there.
Wait, how much money do we have?
We may
Like-
go.
He's just like,
I hand everyone.
"Drinks on me!"
I hand everyone
You just hand one gold out.
a gold to everyone.
Everybody at this point, they seem welcoming of you.
Mhm.
They also
Yeah.
I'm just
don't
like,
seem
I
like
said,
they're still gonna serve you.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I'm like, I'm heading up.
Yes. Let's let them.
it seems more like it's a
There's-
like
Pity?
a policy.
Fascist
Oh.
This is a caste system.
I just
We
messaged
can't-
to them.
Yeah.
We can't drink with the rural farmers. We gotta go bougie.
You gotta go.
Unfortunately, that's where you guys stand.
We gotta
is
go to the
this
dress
is the
code.
caste system, and you
Yeah.
can't associate with commoners. Well, it's not that you can't associate with commoners.
They
It's
can't
that
associate with you.
commoners can't associate with you.
I just messaged.
You can do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
You're an adventurer. Who's going to tell you no? I mean, a lot of people, but that's different.
Sorry.
Alright, I guess we'll go to the tavern.
Fancy shit. Driscoll.
So, no, we're not going to the menagerie. That's a whorehouse.
Well, what's wrong with this?
The batu.
I mean, it's always
What's
some,
the issue?
It's always
Ain't
some,
nobody got enough money.
It's always some elegant ass sound.
Yeah, you don't anymore. Get we
What
all
is this?
gold.
Pretty much.
But yeah, the Griffin is more what you would see in like a video game. It's very rustic. It smells of fucking piss and beer. Not that much.
Just the second base, first base.
As soon as you walk in, the barmaid. This one is not nearly as full. There's probably 10 tables with 3 full, 1 with 1 person sitting at it. The rest are empty.
It was like piss, but
The
not
one that's empty, or the one that's sitting by himself, is in the corner by himself. The other ones are 3 tables that are pushed together, and it looks like a group of probably 10 or 11. They
What
have
do they look like?
a couple half orcs. That's all you can really see from where you're standing at the
Okay.
door.
That sounds
Let us don't knock over their harmony.
The barmaid kind of waves at you, motions for you to come. Like, oh, come this way.
I'm gonna dap up my half-orc brothers.
Oh my god.
Dap them up.
You're like the whitest one.
What's up,
You're gonna
Brody?
like,
What up,
you got like
man?
high waters on.
Don't worry, bro.
Your belt's like
He's
all the
like,
way up here.
don't worry, bro.
He's got the golf
They're my
hat.
blue
He's got
They're
the
my
golf
blue-
hat on for his blonde hair.
Give me a
I'll say
Yeah, just give me a charisma check. Straight charisma check.
That's 13. I'm also happy.
That's fine. Yeah.
Shit.
You kind of come over, and like they're in the middle of telling a tale or something, and the rest of the guys at the table are like real interested. And then one of them gets to the punchline, and you like kind of slap him on the back, like, "Oh yeah, that's a good one." And he kind of like spills his drink a little bit, and just looks back at you like, "Who the fuck are you?"
Bro, I'm just hanging out, bro. What's up?
Okay. I immediately run up to this dickwad.
It's a bra.
That's a bra moment.
Bra, what's the problem?
I walk up to them and I just say,
That's
"Hey,"
the problem.
and say, "Sorry, sorry, my fellow friend here is a little."
Oh, this is my
Dude,
boy.
dude.
So what's up?
No, but
I feel like you're just Tabasco sweet. Like, that's who you're playing right now. You're just...
No,
What's
don't
up,
bother.
boys?
They're doing their own shit.
You acting crazy. Maybe I didn't brew yet, bro.
I apologize about our
Yeah,
friend
bro.
here.
Don't worry. If I get more brews in me, I'll come back. Part of the people.
I've never... Like,
He's a drunk.
one of them whispers to the other one, "You are the only... You speak Orcish?" Yeah. So does anybody else speak Orcish?
No.
So nobody else understands.
Damn it.
But they're laughing about your mannerisms and how you talk. They're like, "Oh, listen to the fairy one. Look at him. He's such a wuss. Listen to his voice."
It's idiocracy.
I'm gonna let it slide, bro.
I messaged to
Even
him.
though no spoken in one little voice.
It's idiocracy.
I'm gonna let it slide this time, brothers. But you know, we can still party. It's chill, I guess.
And they go back to their drink.
I'm like, all right, bros. I'll be back. Don't worry. Yeah, catch you later.
Those have to make a reprise.
I go
I done got you covered.
straight to anyone. I'm like, I'll have a beer. Just go wherever.
Yeah. So you go over to where the barmaid was originally waving you over to, and it's a table that's probably about, it could fit about 7 or 8 people. She seats you at it. She asks everybody, what they could get them. What can I get you to drink? Assuming everybody's just getting a basic ale.
Ale.
Yes.
So 5 brews.
Yes, please.
Something
Something with a lot of hops.
A lot of hops. Do you like it hoppy? She's like, okay, not a problem.
Okay,
Extra
sweetheart.
hoppy.
I want a hazy.
Want a hazy?
Yeah.
I'll take a blowy.
A blowy? Do you want an extra squeezy or not?
I just
Extra
straight away.
squeezy. Fucking gay.
You would think he'd be on a separate tab.
Huh? I'll be on a separate tab. Okay, 1 sec. She comes back about 5 minutes later with 5 basic ales. Kind of dulls them out. She informs you that'll be 2 copper apiece. She asks if you'll be needing a room for lodging.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Well, the lodging, it's kind of like hostel
Salute, bro.
style.
So how many people to a room?
So you can fit up to 6.
Oh yes. Well, are they like bunk beds?
Yes,
Okay. Well,
with 1 double.
well, we're actually part of it. Actually, that's not important. That'll do.
Yes.
We're
thank you.
part of the YMCA, so it's fine.
I was just saying
We
we're
have a
part of a fraternity.
We have a membership here.
She informs you that your room will be per bed. It's 5 silver.
I'll say, can you make it 3 silver, please? Do a guy.
Roll me a persuasion check.
11, damn.
She looks at you just like, no, I'm already cutting a deal at 5 silver per bed because you're taking the whole room. They're usually 8 silver a bed. It's really the best I can do.
Alright. I'll give it a fair 5
So 5 silver each.
5 silver each.
Can you break this gold for me?
Yes, and she takes the 5 silver from one of them. And
This.
I just give a toss for 2 silver.
Huh?
So if it's 2 copper, then 2 silver.
No, it's 5 silver for the room and then 2 copper
Oh,
for
so
the
6.
Yeah.
6.
Yes, ma'am. Your room is on the top floor, far left. If you need any more ales, feel free to flag me down.
I'll take another one.
You haven't even drank that.
I'm gonna crush my brain. Another one, please.
Give me a constitution check. I'm crushing your brew.
I'm crushing your brews.
12?
12.
You barely get it down.
Another brew, please.
Okay. She takes your mug. She's gone in about 5 minutes, comes back.
How many are there? There are 3 copies.
2 copper.
2 copies.
2 copper.
That's good.
Who's that?
Good.
Could be another 2 copper?
Oh, dude.
Of course.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am. You all have a wonderful evening.
With you as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, as y'all sit here and chill throughout the night. It's pretty quiet all in all. The orc guys get up and leave with the rest of their group. Another couple groups come in, go. Y'all sit out there for a couple hours just drinking and relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take
And-
3 more.
Yeah, y'all at this time y'all have probably spent a silver each on beers and you're just chilling.
Yeah.
A little buzzed. Pretty buzzed.
Yeah.
And it's getting late.
Yeah.
It's like the barmaid's looking around, and it's you guys, and it's that one guy who was sitting by himself in the corner.
Yeah.
And she's like,
How buzzed am I? Like, am I still capable of walking? straight?
everybody roll me a Constitution check. 2 of them.
2?
Yeah.
There's 2 minus
8 on both of them.
8 and a 3.
8 and an 18.
You're fucking smashed. You're buzzed. You're sober.
Natural 20 and 17.
Sober.
Golly.
Yeah.
17.
routine.
Sounds like we were now.
You're sober.
Gold.
I'm gonna lean
Yes.
into the tail of that. You might call this drunk intuition, but I've noticed that there's only one other person.
I'm
Is it
gonna.
half orc?
I'm gonna.
Roll me a perception check.
I'm gonna message the boys and be like, that dude was suspicious.
Huh?
12.
Can't tell. The barmaid's looking around. She's like,
So last call already? Or?
okay, yeah, you're getting there. She's like, okay, well,
I'm gonna walk towards the dude.
I'm good. One sec.
Take it a second.
I'm gonna lock up the front door. You're all staying. I assume you're staying here too, Reginald. He's like, she's like, okay. And she exits out the front, and then you hear the front of the door locked. And then he's sitting there for a sec, and then you see him finish his ale, slam it down. Sings up. Looks at all of you. How y'all doing tonight?
Pretty good, bro. You trying to rage?
Are you kidding? Kenneth from Connecticut?
Well, so I ain't from around here.
Where are you from, buddy?
From Fender's Hope.
Oh.
I ain't seen y'all in town before.
I ain't seen you in town.
Yeah, 'cause you ain't ever been in fucking town before.
How do you know?
Because I sit in this tavern all day, every day.
Inside check.
At disadvantage because you're fucking shit
Damn
faced.
it. So that's a.
And -5.
So
Yeah,
he's
you're
fucking
right.
shit face.
He's done.
You're fucking
15. It's
hammered,
about 15.
dog.
Oh, wait, no. 12. No, wait, 17, sorry. 17. We're on
Math.
No, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so,
It's like,
I mean, it seems like he's telling the truth.
Man,
I messaged, I was like, this guy doesn't seem like he's joking. Let's keep an eye on him, boys.
Except when he says, he's joking, guys, doesn't seem. Mm-hmm.
That's what this message was killing.
Yeah, we're new here, bro. What's up with it,
Well, find myself to be a bit of a mage.
Oh, for real? Can you look at this dog?
Takes
And
your
my stick.
stick. He's like,
Shit.
well, it's,
I think people grab your stick, bro.
it is most definite.
When you're this drunk. Shit.
Well, it is most definitely magical in orientation.
Oh, didn't I get a vest, right?
You hear that? He
I
said
asked him.
oral. Oh, wait, the orientation, my bad.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my
Now,
God.
How can I
you
use
want
it?
me to identify it for you? Is that what you're asking me to do?
Sure, bro.
So they ain't cheap.
What's it run me, bro?
125 gold.
Bet.
Okay. He sits down. He sits up slowly. About 2 minutes later, he hands it back to you, and it's that item that I sent you in a text message the other day.
So, dude, thanks, bro. It's so chill.
Now yours, would you like to do yours as well?
Mm-hmm.
Mark off 150 gold.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty mad skills.
Yours is a vest. Oh, what was it called? I hope it's saved. If it didn't save, I'll just tell you what the vest does. It doesn't add anything to your AC. It's just you're a monk.
That's true, that's pretty high.
Oh no. Damn. So it's a vest that when you once per day, or not once per day, as an action, you can cause your sight to jut 120 feet into the air.
It caused my sight?
Essentially, you see from a spot 120 feet in the air.
Oh,
So
shit.
you can, spot tower. Word.
You said once per what day?
Or, twice per day.
Twice?
It's the dogs.
You know how
You
it
know,
That's
we are.
it.
You know we are.
You know how it be.
I'm glad that we don't live under the one next door. Man, that'd be bad.
Okay, I hear it from.
I hear
I
Caddy corner. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it makes it.
Well,
The backside of
appreciate
my room.
the help, sir.
bedroom, dude.
Sorry for my unusual behavior. I am under the influence.
Well, I got a bit of a proposition for you boys.
is that?
Proposition?
Well, I'm working on a way to teleport in and out of Fenrir's hold like that. Right. Now, I have a sigil in Fenrir's hold. But I ain't got a sigil here. I'm going to stay here a whole year to have a sigil here. Because that's how elite the sigil in this permanent place works. Got to cast it every day for a year from here. So I need to cast it and I need you boys to go through.
What's in it for us?
Yeah.
Free passes to Fenrir's hold.
How do we know it's gonna work?
I mean, you don't.
Exactly.
You also don't know if you'll make it alive if you walk.
Yeah, that's your point.
How about free brews for life, bro?
Shut up,
Bro, think
sir.
realistic, bro.
Shut
I am.
Please mock him. messaged everyone. I was like, "What do you think? What should we do here?"
Well, he does make a point. It would be hard to get defenders over here.
You want to take this big risk now? The chance we won't even make it.
We have come this far.
Either way, we chance we don't make it. I mean, remember our last encounter?
Fuck it, we'll do it. And I just blurt out. He was like, "Yeah."
It's one to go. Cool.
I, for one, have encountered enough dragons traversing the road.
2 to go.
Edinburgh? Down. There may be brews on the other side, bro.
True. It's for the brews.
For the brews.
There's some boys. Just a mention of dragons.
It was mention of free passage to Fenrir's Hole.
Yeah.
So it's all something.
I'll go, sure.
Cool. Come upstairs with me.
Sorry, everyone. Check.
Please.
Buy me a drink first.
Sure.
You're
Bars-
hammered. You
bars-
follow
yeah,
me.
yeah,
bars
You're
closing
like,
today.
okay.
Just like,
I think the bar's closed anyway, bro.
Have to get wine.
Yeah.
Dined first.
Fuck,
I'm gonna
bro.
snatch me a bottle.
I know I should have ordered 2 more brews
It
at
is.
last call.
It is under a lock and key.
Damn.
Yeah, man. I told you should have ordered more brews at last call, man.
Shit. Right, bro.
alright, so you just follow the man to up.
Yeah, I'm following.
As you walk into this small study-looking area, the atmosphere in here is different than the rest of the room. The rest of it's been very musty and fucking.
It's like ice cold.
This one, it just feels,
The air is different.
yeah, like clean.
Could I do turn of unholy and detect good or evil in this room?
Sure.
Okay.
Neither would pop up.
No? Okay.
No.
It's just an oddly different room.
Okay.
It's just whereas every other room's probably had somebody piss ass drunk in it or fucking spilling drinks. This room has never had that. This room
It's
is
the cleanest
a
room.
Actually
clean
feels
room.
sanitized, yeah.
This room smells like wood. It is clean. It is got one bed. You've got it. This is his room. On the floor, there's a giant circle that he starts drawing on. He says, "Okay, so when I touch this chalk to the last bit here, you got 6 seconds to get through. That's about all I can tell you."
What will we see? Kosh, do you know what it's like right now?
I mean, you're in college right now. It's
We're
kind
going
of
to
chill.
Fenrir's Hold.
I mean, I ain't been in a year. I've been here.
What was the last thing you remember? I got to know.
Are we meeting that person?
Fenrir's Hold.
I'm gonna take a step away, materialize my fate. Do you think this is a good idea?
Maybe set free. Travel to Fenrir's Hold. That's where we need to go, so don't see where the problem would be, per se.
Do you trust this individual?
I don't trust anybody. That's why I'm in a sword.
True. I'll follow my instinct on this one.
You do you.
Yeah, go back to them.
Okay, buddy. Let's do this.
We're all ready.
Mm-hmm.
Touches the chalk to the ground, draws the final line. The room just lights purple,
I like that.
and you guys just going through.
Yeah,
I go
Go
first.
straight in, yeah.
Cool.
No looking back.
I'm gonna
So-
stumble and be like, "Let's go, boys."
It falls in.
Ah, shit.
What are we doing, Raz?
Do a cartwheel and just like, what?
We just pay for a room we didn't use.
Yeah, we just.
I mean, she probably wouldn't let you stay in after close anyways without rooms. So,
Yeah.
I mean, the rooms were cheap too.
Sounds like
Roll me a perception check.
disadvantage.
No. Yeah. You're fucking hammered.
What was the average perception?
Yeah.
211, so.
This dragon still on.
No, it's just a one time.
16.
It's like a minute.
15.
Okay. So
Seth?
I'm looking. It's one of the. Yeah. Perception.
Pull up.
Oh, 5.
So, to the rest of you, this room looks pretty much the same. It's wooden. It smells like wood. But you notice that this room has shelves, books. There's stuff everywhere. You look around and it appears that you're in like a hovel in the corner. Kind of like carved out little nest. Looking around, you're just surrounded by shelves. It's like a labyrinth of shelves.
Dude, sick. Must
Yes.
work.
See all the shelves as you.
This doesn't seem right.
Books, bro.
There were shells here last time, buddies. I'm gonna go towards the door. Alright.
Oh wow. Dude, we're not in the same room. We went to different rooms. Totally. This is supposed to be different.
This is supposed to be somewhere in the Japanese hole, but I have my doubts.
Can I investigate?
You moving forward to go through the labyrinth of bookshelves. So stepping forward, there's one path to the left, one path to the right, one path out of sight.
Shit. Is it all the same?
It all just
shelves.
looks like bookshelves.
Shit.
Blue books, red books, green
Let's go to
books.
the rat boys.
Right?
I want to
Right, it
pick a
is.
book off the shelf.
Okay.
Is there anything in the book?
What languages do you know?
I know common, uncommon, Japonic, and Elvish.
Not that you can read.
What color book is it?
You pick multiple books off the shelf. You're just grabbing books at this
okay.
point. And every 15 or 20 books, you'll come across a book that has maybe a passage written in something you can read, but then it just goes into something else that you have no idea what it says.
So the books on the ground.
Fuck these books!
Shit, can't read.
So you went right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So as you proceed right,
Cautiously, I
huh?
guess.
Cautiously. Give me a stealth check then. 15. Okay. Good enough. As you push forward, it bends around to the left. You slowly creep around. It begins to open up, and you see like probably the center corridor of the room. In the middle, there's a large pedestal, and on the pedestal, it looks like a large statue.
I guess find traps.
Okay. What's the range on that?
Dancing lights. Up the room.
It's well lit.
Oh, is it?
It's beautiful candelabras.
Gotcha.
120 feet.
Yeah, far left, probably about 100 feet.
Cool.
Does it tell you what kind of trap it is, or just? No.
No.
So he's a paladin, right?
Yeah.
So is he using his shield as his focus?
Yeah.
So he's just like scanning the room?
Yeah.
Can I do like an Arcana check to see what he's doing? Because to me it just looks like a weird paladin.
Aren't you a paladin?
I'm not.
I'm,
No,
the-
he's-
I'm the
Oh,
paladin.
okay. So he just like used some.
I'm
you
full
got his
paladin.
component pouch.
Yeah.
Can I still do an Arcana check to see what he's doing?
Yeah.
Cool.
Sure.
15.
With it being a different kind of magic than what you're used to with your,
It's all.
because yours is just innate. You can just do it.
Yeah.
And then what you got from your pact that's something different entirely.
Yeah.
What he's doing is bizarre.
Yeah.
Seems archaic to have to go through that much trouble. Just spend a sorcery point according to the spell.
I
Just do
Yeah. Can I tell what spell he cast?
it. The 15.
Nah, okay. So,
Just that it was most likely a detection of some sort.
gotcha. Is there something you're looking for?
Oh yeah, bro. I'm just looking for traps or some artifact.
Did you find any?
Waste.
A ways away.
How far away would you
Yeah,
say
that's fine.
it is?
Probably like 100.
In what direction?
To the left or something. You know.
I'm a mage hand.
I don't know what type though.
I'm a mage hand. I'm gonna start walking in that direction, but like I'm a mage hand, the ground like in front of me.
Okay.
As I walk like towards that area.
Okay. So it would be where he went right. It's left.
Mm-hmm.
So when you go left, it curves right, just like this curve left.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of coming to an open thing, it comes to a small little box,
Mm-hmm.
and you've gathered that's probably what the trap is.
I reckon I found it.
Dude, fuck it. Don't fuck with it.
I think we should leave it be.
Agreed.
I found the thing that might kill us. Let's leave it alone.
I'm gonna make my way back to them. Kind of padding along the way. Trying not to. Yeah.
No, you know what it is. So you're standing at the precipice of this large open room with the statue. So what are y'all doing from here?
Is there any like?
The statue.
Is there any
So
engraving or
the
anything?
room. So whereas you were just standing on like hardwood floors and these wooden bookshelves and books, it opens into this kind of almost like a courtyard. It suddenly becomes cobblestone. Small little pedestal, probably 5 to 10 feet wide,
Mhm.
standing probably 15 feet up, with this large. Give me anybody proficient in Arcana.
Nope.
Give me an Arcana check.
Can I use my 120 vision to see like
14.
It's not dark.
it's not
14.
14.
It is a devil.
Mm-hmm.
He looks to be standing there. His statuesque form.
that's a devil?
Some sort of demon. Mostly a high-ranking devil. That's all I can make of it.
Oh shit, boys! What should we do?
So we get out of here, I guess.
Is there any engraving or anything?
I mean, y'all are probably 50, 60 feet from it.
Mm-hmm.
It's y'all are still just y'all haven't stepped into the cobblestone. Like, y'all are just standing back.
Can you see us?
Huh?
Can you see us?
I mean, it's a statue. Or I mean,
okay.
it looks like a statue from where y'all are standing. It hasn't
Yeah.
moved. It's not moving.
We'll do like a religion check or something.
Sure.
Fuck, I got like a 7.
You know nothing more than he does. It's probably a devil of some sort,
Could
statue-wise.
hold on.
You know, boys,
Can I go
I'm so worried about it. Cast Pass Without Trace.
Sure.
See how fast.
Say what religion?
Yeah.
Mod 20.
On a 20. So it is. You're unsure of what it is, as you're not close enough to like really investigate it.
Yeah, I'm like off in a distance.
But it is 110% a high-ranking devil of some sort.
Oh, yeah.
He,
Some
yeah, it's definitely not something that is friendly, in that the statue is depicting.
big bad. Big bad guy.
He's a big bad nasty man.
Yeah.
Big dumb smelly.
Well, maybe we should avoid that statue.
Let's go, boys. Let's go rest it off. And I'm just gonna start.
So you're gonna proceed to the courtyard.
Yeah.
So as soon as you step into the cobblestone, you all hear a voice.
Mm-hmm.
It says, "Oh yes, hello. Company has arrived."
Oh shit, boys! Did y'all hear that?
I'm gonna make
These
my
guys are
voice boom
rage.
just as loud. I think it's prejudication, yeah. And who might you be talking?
Ooh.
You hear
contest.
a deep laugh.
Yes.
Just like someone with some attitude. I like it. Everybody roll me a perception check.
Bad.
I love myself. Myself.
Not 20.
17.
17.
Your nat 20, what's it modified to?
Plus for perception plus
Yeah.
5.
That's fine, so 25.
Yeah.
So, you guys are all like fixed in and locked on the statue. Like, that's it right there. It's like, he playing done with me. And you look up, and the ceiling is bodies.
Oh, shit.
It is all bodies. There's a lot of bodies.
Don't look up.
And in the middle of the bodies, you just see some of them kind of wiggling around, moving.
Yeah.
Imagine that, dude.
Prepare yourselves for whatever may come.
So, I know that you're all very curious where you are. I'm sure you're supposed to be in Fenrir's hold right now.
Insight check. How does he know this?
Wait, no.
Oh, no,
Don't
wait.
even roll that. You have no idea how he knows this. See, you are technically in Fenrir's hold, in a sense. Not your Fenrir's hold, but my Fenrir's hold. Don't think on it too hard.
What year is it?
I don't know, what year was it when you left?
I'm just messaging them.
But I'm casting Ethereals. I'm stepping up this bitch.
So you won't be able to hear anything that's about to be said?
I can hear it.
Okay.
I just can't fuck.
I don't approve of those who talk in riddles. Spill it.
Beat around the bush.
You say,
Tell me
you
the-
say spill it,
Yeah.
and blood just falls from the ceiling, and then he just lands. Looks very similar to the statue in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
Probably when he lands, it's like the Deadpool superhero landing.
Yeah.
One of
Oh,
the voice
superhero
lines
lady.
of
Superhero lady.
that.
God,
And he probably looks like he's about 5.5 foot tall.
Oh, so he's kind of short.
Solid white, very bony, sharp edges, and then he stands as he was crouched for the superhero landing. His legs extend long and crooked, kind of bowed. He stands about 8.5 foot tall. From around his waist uncurls a long, long spiny tail. And from tip to tail, you would estimate he's probably about 16 feet. He says, "Welcome.
What the hell?
I interfered with your friend's spell and have brought you to Fenrir's hold because I have a problem."
You look like a problem to us.
I mean, I can be, but it would be more of a problem for you than for me, I believe. See, I'm bound to this room, cannot leave. I am stuck. But there is order everywhere in this world. At no point is anybody doing what they should be doing. Goblins farm and live in caves. Hobgoblins trade with humans. It's pathetic healthy. I was watching your world. You slayed a dragon. Could you come here and maybe slay some kings? Maybe convince the goblins to get off their lazy asses.
What's in it
Cause a
for
little
us?
bit of chaos. A world. A world where you can do whatever you want.
But why us?
You happen to be coming to Fenrir's hold. Not being able to leave really stigmates how you get people here. These teleportation spells are the only option.
Tell me
Very few
how you
people
do.
use them.
Get us
When you
here.
sit in a room, been sitting in it for hundreds of years, you get bored. You get really bored. And you start changing basic components of spells from this to that, this to that, and that to this, and this to that. Change things. You see how it all works.
Inside check.
Inside check. Inside check.
18.
18. He's really hard to read. No facial features really makes this difficult.
Is he like an undead? Like what?
He is a devil.
He's
He
a
is
devil? Okay.
a literal devil.
Is my weapon Jack in the Box? Bodies and
I mean, I'm supposed to win.
Nice.
nothing.
Yeah, you're fucking triggered right now.
Like, I'm so triggered right now.
Yeah.
I'll just step back into the play and be like, dude, are there brewskis involved?
All the brewskis you want.
I say we do, boys.
How does everyone feel about this?
Listen.
So you're
listen,
telling us
listen.
to rain hell?
Here's what I'm telling you. I'm giving you a world free of not consequences, as there will be consequences in this world. People won't like that you're killing people and making monsters angry and making them destroy cities, but in your world, no one will know of what you've done. No one will ever know of what you've done. You choose to tell them, but I mean, who's going to believe you? Because goblins are still freshly attacking people in your world.
How do we get back to normal, Brad?
Man, I can send you now. Or you can stay and have some fun.
Shit, boys. So
If you choose to stay, you stay until the job is done.
When is the job done?
When I'm not stuck in this room. When the world is on fire.
I really, really want to see
When the kings, the queens of the world
False.
bow before me.
You sound like a
It's
really
pretty
bad
baller.
guy.
He's
Bad
a literal
is
devil.
in the eyes of the beholder. Every story you're told, you're always told that we're out for death and destruction. And while yes, that's part of it, the other part of it is there's a balance in the world. For every good action, an evil action must occur. For if it doesn't, the world will become stale, boring. Order takes over everything. There hasn't been a war in this world in 200 years. The last war was with a dragon named Kalai.
Did
And you
say
know how
Kalai?
they beat him? They asked him nicely to stop. And he did. What the hell? How do you do that? Just stop. Start it up.
I'm assuming you were Down syndrome for a reason. Seems like a good one.
Well, you're one of those pity party people, aren't you?
Pity party.
Smell of foul god. Different from the one here, though. The one here's a much more twingy bitch. But whatever. Still the same bitch, nonetheless.
That is my traveling companion you're speaking to.
Listen, coming at you with an offer. Take it. Go have some fun.
You know, I might have some.
Listen, I'm not literally asking you to set the world on fire.
Figuratively.
I'm asking you to
There's a lot of
get the unholy denizens of this world active. I know to you it seems like if goblins weren't attacking trade caravans, well, that would just make your job so much easier, wouldn't it? But you have to understand that if they're not culling the population...
This is genocide you're speaking.
No. See, you're thinking, oh, we're just killing humans for the sake of killing humans. No, there's too many goddamn goblins, too.
It's still eugenics.
If there's world peace, there's no death. There's not enough to sustain an underworld.
Okay, alright.
To sustain anything.
Alright, I'm pretty sure the economy seems a lot better today than it did when we just...
I'm in, Mr. Devilman.
Well, that's good for you, sir. I like him.
Maybe I'll
But you
find.
listen here, in your world, everything's fine and dandy because people are still killing each other. Let them stop for a couple hundred years and see how nice it is then.
That's my
Do you know when
job. That's like my job.
You want me to tell you what? Go out there. Go out there and go to your wonderful church. Tell me what you see. Tell me what you see your people doing now. What happens when they achieve everything they want.
Church and see Father
Father Gabriel.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, like,
Kill those things.
Listen, hear me out. Take one day. Take one day and go out into Fenrir's hold here. If you don't like it, come back. I'll send you on your way back to your Fenrir's hold.
Is there corruption in the church?
There's more in this world than you can understand.
Can I clean up the corruption in the church?
If you set the goddamn world on fire, they have to come back. Gods haven't been here in hundreds of years.
I will make you please.
They left when the dragon did his thing. They were like, oh, cool. We achieved it, boys. Look at our perfect project.
How do we know you have the ability to send us back?
He lifts up his tail. He comes forward. Starts drawing a circle. It's a little small circle. Snaps his finger. Reaches through. Pulls his hand back out. He holds up to you. It's the finger of the wizard.
Oh,
Yes. He was like, I can get you back where you came from. It's not a problem.
I just faint for a second.
How do we know that you won't bitch on us, bro? Shit goes down.
Listen,
For
devils
once,
are bonded by
I
contract.
Alright.
I'm telling you the contract is if you get me out of this room, I will send you back unharmed.
Well, who
That's
put you
the
in this
deal.
room, Brad?
The gods.
Which one?
All of them.
Every single one of them? Damn.
He's a devil for Christ's sakes,
Why?
Brody.
Why did they confine you to this room?
What were your crimes?
You have a voice in your head.
Mm.
It says like, it's kind of chuckling, and it's like staticky. Like you can't make out the words fully, but it's something along the lines of, ha ha ha, it's him. How's he? V.
How's he?
Interesting. Well,
So, the ball's in your court. You're free to go. Just to the other side. You're going to come outside. It's going to be this nice, really old man. Made this tower. He doesn't know who it is.
Fuck it.
Let's go.
I'm in. Let's do it. Shit.
Just go check it out for a day. If you don't come back, I'll assume you stay.
Maddie,
I'll come
I'm
back with
feeling
that.
Down to death. I want to go back.
do
But I don't want to.
Would you-
bound to such a contract.
yes, I have some qualms with it as well, but maybe we should just see this world and see if we're not capable of
Maybe we'll find other
altering
adventurers
it in some way.
who can perhaps take
Let's,
our
let's exhaust all of our options while we have them.
You don't know.
To me, it feels like things have improved for the best. How can I?
I'm not much for disrupting order, although I don't mind killing. I just want to be killing for the right reasons.
We have our own laws to abide by. Personal moral.
I want to improve my combat skills. But
Mhm.
I'm not on the army things.
Well, let us at least see this world that
The
he
death and
has.
balance is really.
This
I'm
world.
willing to explore and see what's going on.
Yes.
Let's kick it, boys.
As you proceed across the wonderful courtyard, he waves at you. Toodaloo, long extended fingers. Toodaloo, boys. Hope to see you again.
A message to the boys. That's some creepy shit.
As you get to the other side, near the statue, it is a statue of him. It is terrifying. It is very lifelike. Right past the statue, it goes from cobblestone right back to hardwood floors into a small hallway. If you're proceeding down the hallway, I assume there's not really anywhere else to go. It's seems like a tavern almost, like the tavern you were in, kind of, but not. But as you keep walking down, you feel like you're twisting, like everything around you is moving, but it's not. But it is. And as you come to your first passage, there's a left way, a right way, and then just a door.
Over to the door.
You go to the door?
Straight down. Straight open.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
I want to take that. Fuck, yeah. Nope.
Nope.
Nope. We won by 19.
To the left, it's quiet. You hear no sound, no wind, no nothing. To the right, you hear what sounds like a hammer, metal. Ting, 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 ting.
It's me and your
The
mom
door.
outside. What were you doing?
What were you doing with his mom, man? That's fucking weird. It's crafting
Iron
with your
sword.
mom.
Get arts and crafts going, bro.
We were smithing, bro. The door has a small inscription on the side. It says, "When ready to leave, knock 3 times."
Oh, wait.
Ping, ping, ping.
To the metal! I'll walk towards Tingy.
Heading towards the sound of The hammer.
Yeah.
Give me percentage checks.
That's 14.
15. National standing.
10.
God damn it.
Do it, go do it. Do it.
Get this right, man. God damn it.
Didn't we have a set of these that were dungeons? I'm pretty sure we did. I don't know what happened to it.
And dragons?
Right. That's a lie. There is no dragons. Anyways, you're 20. As you come around, the hallway is long. Y'all walk for probably 10 minutes. Same hallway. Constantly feels like you're turning. Like you're like one of those fun house rooms where you're walking on the thing with the hole. Just like that. When you finally get to the other side, it opens up into a wide stone, smooth stone, not like carved stone.
Like Minecraft stone?
Yeah, like we're talking straight, smoothed out forge in the side of a mountain. And this lone little dwarven man just ting, ting,
What does it look like?
ting.
What does it look like?
Give me a perception check.
14 again.
He's probably about 4 foot tall. Looks like a dwarf.
Okay.
Old as balls.
Old as balls.
Gray beard. No hair on his head. Wearing a blacksmith's apron. Gloves that are oversized.
I go up. I'm gonna walk up to him. Be like, "Hello, sir."
Ting, ting, ting,
Just keeps on going.
ting. Yep.
I can't do this.
What you working on, man?
Turns around. Just putting the metal in the thing. He just opens his mouth at you. Doing this thing. Roll me a perception check for when he opens his mouth. Yeah, you open his mouth. It's weird. Echelon. It's fucking weird ass dude. Anybody, whoever was standing next to him, can also roll me a perception check.
25.
He doesn't have a tongue.
My character didn't know it, but I knew it. The player, yeah.
I just kind of blink.
Ting.
Oh, which way is the way out, bro?
He just literally points towards you in the direction that you just came.
I'm the door that says locked up top.
What do I see around the room?
Hundreds and hundreds of shackles. Little shackles, big shackles.
Does he have a one on him? Does he have
No.
a no?
Oh no! What happened?
What? Oh shit.
Oh, the cameras died. Oh no. It really is bad though,
Shit.
It just happened 3 seconds ago.
Podcast.
Right before I said something.
Shit. Get our premium package and we can fix little snafus like these. Start you off on a gold tier, $29.99.
So y'all go to 29. Hey!
$6 warranty. Oh,
I just
yeah.
decided all of a
Looks
sudden
like
I wanted
we
to
just
work.
got one.
Shit.
That's our first Patreon. Thanks, boys.
Godlike.
Hey.
Okay, but anyway, jump back in.
Cool. What was it saying? Saying something.
Oh, so yeah, hundreds of shackles.
Oh yeah.
He has no time.
That's fine.
Anybody proficient in like smithing or
We don't got any still monkeys.
arcanas?
And what?
Arcana.
Yeah,
Wait, nah.
Could
I could just see
I mean,
what he's
probably.
trying to make. Yeah, I'll take.
Or religion.
I can do religion check.
Religion proficient.
Okay. Roll it.
I could also.
mm,
It's not this one. 23. 10.
So, while these aren't prominent in your religion, they are prominent to some other gods. They're usually used to shackle magic users, silencing their magic, beasts, silencing any special abilities that may come from their beast blood. They're archaic. They were thought in your time where you're from. These haven't been used or made in years.
They're like a kind of urban legends.
Yeah, like nobody knows how to make them. Like you either have them or you don't.
I'm kind of like just kind of struck. I'm like these typically in their myth. These are strong as shackles. Legends. Should we take a couple with us?
this is kind of, I don't know, boys. This is interesting.
Looking around at the rest of the room, there is one door. It is a heavy door, it looks like. Solid, like, just blue and gold trim. It is fancy.
Fancy.
But other than that, the rest of the room looks like disheveled shit.
So we dip out of here, boy. I say so, because that prison door wood. True.
I think we should leave.
I-
places.
You two, roll me another religion check.
I don't have a fond perception of shackles. I prefer not to be using them.
Yeah, I think we should
22.
dip. Seems a little.
25.
So, you both know it. It's your deity's colors that are on the door.
Me? Okay.
Yeah, that's all you gather from it. So are y'all heading back towards Knock Three Times door?
Yeah,
I guess
I'm
so.
going there.
We know, like, this is your deity. What do you choose?
Is it a door, right?
Fancy door.
Big fancy door. Only door in his room.
Yeah, I'm gonna open it.
Give me a strength check.
I figured you want answers, so.
Oh shit. Strength check. Would that be like athletics or
No, like
No,
strength.
just strength.
straight?
Strength,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, 10.
10. You feel it start to budge, but you don't seem to be able to get enough of a purchase on it to move it all the way.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need
I'm
help?
gonna walk up there and try to get a little budge.
Yeah,
help
like-
him
Roll a strength check.
with 17.
So you pull the door, it opens, and the dude is in fucking fear. He is shook, and he is in the corner of the room, like kneeled down.
Do I see this?
Yeah.
Okay, I go to them and I immediately close the door.
Oh,
Hold up.
I'm just like,
little dude, scared. I go up to him and I go up to the dude.
I've been visiting him about 3 times. So. I mean, that's a long way back, man. That's a
Yeah.
long way back. And fuck it.
Okay.
Y'all have
So
fun.
it's a 10-minute walk.
Yes, Is it?
Yes. So there's just a little dude in the room.
So there was the dude who was
That's the guy.
hammering,
That's the guy.
Yeah, he has no
Hammer.
tongue,
Smith.
Yeah.
so he can't.
and then when they opened the door, he freaked the fuck out and ran into the corner of his room, furthest away from the door he could get.
So I ran up.
Evan, where you going, bro? I guess my candy would be
Shut by the door.
Well, it wouldn't be in
All
the
right.
door.
Wait a little bit. Shit goes sour, bro.
Actually,
Just when I see you run and knock on the door, bro. Yeah,
you know what?
It would be like Orochimaru.
Shit.
Could I take good and evil in the?
It's
in
not
the
going to be in that book. That's Brandon's deity.
Oh, right.
Could I
Okay.
take good or evil in the other room?
Rationale.
Could I use
One sec.
turn the unholy to the
Back
types
in.
with that?
What?
I'm gonna do something.
Look up Detect Good and Evil and tell me what it is.
What was the name of the Brandon's world? Shit, I don't have it on this one.
Yeah, you can just look up Polist. P-O-L-O-S-T.
As an action, you can censor fiends and undead.
Negative. Nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
Was it P-O-L?
P-O-L-O-S-T. Yeah, you got nothing.
Nothing. Damn. Okay. Oh boys, I said like no undead or anything over here, so I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah. I can't do. I don't know.
What were you gonna do?
I can't do nothing.
Tell me
I
what
thought I was
you
gonna do.
Don't say
Licensed
something.
any aberrations or monstrosities within 6 miles. Or 1 mile.
It's still fucking gotta reach regardless. Yeah, I can find it. He's thinking about it. He's really thinking.
Yes.
Cool. I'm gonna log that in my head while I'm chilling by the door.
It's a long ways off.
Yep. Of course.
You know what? Okay, you know what? I'll be like, alright, boys. So
So-
this man be. Let's go back. Let's go and knock 3 times.
Okay.
And let's try to actually fulfill this so-called mission given to us by the man himself.
Yes. I guess there's not much we can do here.
We're sorry, sir.
He's just like, ping, ping, ping.
Yeah, if you didn't answer.
Kind of want to put him out of his misery low key, but
What?
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like kind of bad. But yeah, I'll just start walking.
I feel bad.
Yeah, murder. But I mean, that's kind of
Understand it's like a mercy killing.
yeah.
Except he's alive and
Except
perfectly healthy.
Except he's no tongue and he's mixed
Shackled,
something.
no
He's,
tongue.
yeah. I don't know.
But he's not shackled.
Oh, you're not shackled?
He's,
There's fake shackles.
oh yeah,
There's
only back 10
shackles,
minutes.
It's chilling.
Take the 10 minute walk.
Oh, what's up, boys?
How you doing? Headed back with
Right
you.
decision.
Let's go see the let's go see this world.
Yeah.
So you had the 3 knock door.
Mm-hmm.
We do 3 knocks. The door opens. Solid blackness. You step through.
Someone cast and dancing lands or whatever
I'm
the
going
magic
to
shit.
step
Yeah.
into
Send
my
them in.
etherealness
Oh.
and then step through. Just in case. Just in case.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
I don't want perfectly. Protection. 7. Wait.
7. You go to walk forward in ethereal form. And as soon as you step into the blackness, you feel nothing. Like, not. Like, you feel the absence of everything. You take 46 points of damage.
What the?
I'm fine.
It instantly knocks you out of your ethereal form, and you are prone.
Do I see him?
Yeah, everybody sees this.
Okay, I'm gonna reach and I'm gonna do.
He disappears for a second, and then he's just like poof, bloody on the ground.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do lay of hands for 20 HP.
I don't think that was the way. I don't think that
You heal for 20 health. He just healed you.
I hit him for all my 20 health.
Thanks, buddy.
I gotta get a long rest.
Bro,
You
yeah.
give me
He rocks my ass.
give me a survival check.
Oh, I'm good at those. What the fuck just happened?
16.
So you are gathering that you are most likely at this exact moment in time in between planes already. And by hopping over to the ethereal plane and attempting to step through this door, it didn't know what to do with you.
You got Interesting.
What do y'all think, boys? That was kind of some freaky shit. Let's go left.
You've gathered that the door is essentially the tear, and that going through the door will take you to the material plane. Because right now you're in between two planes. You're in a state of non-existence.
Once you
Everything here is in a state of non-existence,
So I just fucked myself in the ass.
basically.
You made yourself.
You were like, I'm gonna go ethereal, and I was like,
It made,
I don't think
you
that works when you're already in between.
You created
I
a
guess
paradox and you just shot yourself back
Yeah,
out.
that's what you did.
I'm gonna just go in.
Who else go next? Shit.
I mean, if you walked through it's wild. If you walked through the door, like it was a door, it would probably just spit you out on the other side as intended.
And say, yeah, I fucked up, boys. That was on me. Shit.
Never count me shit.
Goddamn.
Dumbass.
I'll go there.
As he steps into
I
the,
like how it goes from frat bro to like some.
It's in between.
as he steps through the door, he vanishes from y'all's view.
I'm gonna go right in after him. 100%.
Vanishes.
Second.
Me third.
Into the abyss we
Vanishes.
go.
Into the void.
Vanishes.
Squirt.
Yeah, into the void. Like I said.
Vanishes. You emerge in what looks like if a shop exploded. 4 shops exploded in one room. You are, when you first open your eyes, the first thing you see is this old ass man. Long beard. He's like, well, shit. How did y'all get in there?
We do what he do, bro. Sorry.
It's a long story.
Bro, we kind of just popped out of here.
Yeah. We're just like
Gee.
We're kind of lost.
Who are you?
My name is Lothrain.
Lothrain?
Yeah, we kind of just dropped some tabs. Ended up somewhere. We're here now.
Ain't nobody been in there like a couple hundred years now.
Yeah. We're a different type of group.
We're hanging.
What happened here? Could you
I
tell
mean, it's
us?
the shop.
Huh.
It's nice. Got a lot of shit for sale.
Cool, bro.
Well, what are y'all doing? Where you headed? Where's the plan? What are y'all?
Well, that is of a personal matter, but we were wondering.
We're just exploring. We just kind of got lost.
Yeah, bro, we just chilling.
Just
He notices your pendant.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're one of them Rose Chanel people, huh? It's nice meeting y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And he turns around and walks off.
That was oddly strange.
let's. Oh, out of here, boys.
I hope we don't.
The all reactions like
value
that.
I can snatch.
Hmm?
Is there anything of value I can snatch?
Roll me an investigation check.
That was okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's-
I mean, other than some small knickknacks here and there, you're not really seeing anything that you're like, that's going to be worth some money. Everything you see is like, I can take that. As I would have that thing in my bag.
It's gonna add weight.
It's gonna
I was
exist.
asking the devil guy about corruption. So perhaps
I look for a way out.
think I'm a part of the order. Some corruption.
Yeah, you see a sign. It's clearly labeled. It says exit this way, and it points, finger pointing down. Stairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll go
And
down.
as you go down, you look around because it's just another floor with more shit, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
And you see the distance and that little finger that's pointing down. Exit. So roll me another investigation check. No, you don't see shit.
Anything of value that I can see.
Investigation check.
Oh, they're the same thing.
14.
Yeah, I know.
You see a couple of not rusted, but not pristine armor, and maybe a couple weapons, throwing knives, stars, but nothing really.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man.
Yeah.
That's like the deck of many things. Holy shit.
Well, looks like
Which exists. You can find it.
looks like some common things here, but there might be something of value.
Like what? What do you see, Blake?
I don't know. This looks like a fairly large shop. I think if when we wanted to invest time, we might be able to find something, but we should probably find our way out of here first.
Alright, let's keep going down. Let's keep going down.
As soon as you head down the second flight of stairs, right on your right is the door. Like you can't miss it. So if you're heading straight out, it's right there. Bottom floor, same as the last two. It's just fucking. It's like a goddamn flea market.
Alright.
It's just shit everywhere, and most of it is exactly that, just shit.
Alright, I'll go out the right door.
Out the right door.
Yeah.
Literally.
Step
right.
out into the streets of Fenrir's Hold for the first time. As you step out, how about everybody gives me a perception check?
Nah, nothing's that's a nat fail.
You said perception?
5.
24.
So, walking outside, it's jarring from where you were before. Even in the weird place where you met the devil, or before in Kosh, or before that in Calhaven. There's buildings here that are 5 or 6 stories, 5 or 6 floors. Looks like there's buildings that probably have a couple hundred rooms. You've never seen buildings this big. This looks nothing like your Fenrir's Hold.
Guys.
Like
Something's wrong.
at about that time, you're like following the buildings up and looking, and you look straight up, and there's a boat, like a whole ass ship, just flying through the air.
Oh, okay.
Well, I've never seen anything like that before.
You see that? Why don't you and me?
I mean, you wouldn't miss this.
Okay.
It was like all of a sudden you were standing there, and then a giant shadow just like, you guys' instant reaction was, dragon!
Yeah.
And you look up, and it's this
I'd have been
This
like,
giant ship. There are people just pushing past you, rushing past left, right. It's utter chaos. You've never
seen it.
seen
Like,
this.
I messaged everyone.
Like you've been in Fenrir's Hold before. You escaped Fenrir's Hold. You left the arena. It didn't look like this.
I
It didn't look
messaged
anything like this.
I'm just like, we have to.
Like your
Have it on
architectural
this.
style here before when y'all were in Fenrir's Hold was like Warcraft 3 human houses. Like thatch and fucking wood
Wood.
hay.
Yeah.
Wood.
And now we're talking like Dishonored,
Stone.
like stone steampunk Victorian buildings and airships and
Yes, this
it's
isn't
jarring.
This isn't right at all. Completely.
We're supposed to bring hell to this.
It's pretty dope though, man. To be honest.
I'm not sure what to think about this. Are we like,
Are we the baddies?
Oh no.
is this Fenrir's Hold?
I'm full married this side blade. I have my covenant to my blade, but I'm loyal to no devil. If I can't compromise myself, I'm not sure how I will react.
Not compromise my balls myself.
Let's go to a tavern.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
As we're like whispering to the city, like,
Hey, let's just go to a tavern. Let's talk there.
Yeah.
I don't feel
Yes.
comfortable in the public.
Yeah.
In the public.
Yeah. All these people rushing by anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask a
Someone
person
might
what
over
year
here.
it is.
What year is it?
Oh, it's 1989.
Epic.
I just made that up. Somebody might want to write that down because I won't remember it next week.
That's my birthday. My birthday is on 1989. Yeah.
What year were we in the other campaign?
Like 500.
Nah, it was like 1200.
1200. Okay.
So this is 700 year back.
I mean, it's an alternate timeline altogether. Like,
Sure,
it's,
yeah.
I'll be like, chill, bro.
Alright, I'm
Thanks.
going straight to a
I'm
tavern.
gonna turn to my homies and be like, God's
what the?
Oh shit.
Okay, you guys walked outside. When you left Fenrir's Hold before, from the arena, y'all first started adventuring. Fenrir's Hold was like small stone thatch and wood buildings, and now it's like Victorian steampunk stone architecture. Talking 6-7 story buildings that have 200 or 300 rooms, like apartment complexes almost, but Renaissance style. And as y'all were looking and gawking at all of this, all of a sudden a giant shadow covered the entirety of you, and you all freaked out and was like, "Dragon!" And then you look up and it's a ship, a whole ass ship, just float.
That was fucking weird.
And now y'all decided to go where?
Tavern.
Where are we going?
I'm going towards the tavern.
You don't know.
I'm gonna look for one.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
was
gonna
like,
wander.
you're gonna want to reword that
That
because
shit
you
is
don't know where the fuck you're going. Uh-huh.
So that was the tavern.
Ironically, yes. No. Roll me an investigation check.
22.
22 takes you about 4.5 hours.
Oh my fuck. Big ass tavern.
You were on the old side of town,
Old New York.
and like you're in New York City, and you just walked from like Broadway to like the other side of the fucking city. Yeah, like you crossed the bridge and everything.
Fuck.
You see any cool shit on the water?
A lot of those boats, a lot of those airships. You see.
We were just trying to have a word.
How high up are they from
So
us?
this time we've been like kind of discussing the morality of this and the ins and outs.
Probably a couple thousand feet.
Oh, okay.
They're up there. Like it's not like you're gonna jump up and jump on one.
I was gonna be like, I should totally do that. Okay.
So I feel like right now, like the Flintstones just hit the Jetsons.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Okay.
You finally do come across
4.5.
what you assume is a tavern.
Okay.
It's just called Drink.
what?
Drink.
Sounds like a bartender.
Sounds like
With some good nachos
sounds like
in
a
it.
hipster named it.
It's
Um,
distillery of bartender. So they finished with it.
Everybody should give me a perception check.
Bags. I'm proficient in that. Wow.
Nothing.
Nothing. That's 20.
19.
13.
Minus the 10.
You don't even notice it. You don't notice it.
Jeez, that's a high bar.
What was it modded? Like, because yours was 19 modded, right? Yeah. DC was 25.
Oh shit.
There has been no, and I mean, in this 4.5 hours you've walked across this fucking town, you have not seen one other race other than humans.
I'm a human.
Oh, no. I think I know the way we react to us boys.
Hmm?
How do they react to us boys?
Get some stairs.
I'm just cosplaying this.
Shut
Take it over.
Get over.
Because we take it.
One city.
In your walk, you pass a couple of different churches. Pass a church for your deity. Pass a church for your deity. If y'all would want to stop in and check them out or anything. If not, we're just gonna continue to the bar. Drink.
Drink.
I'll just take note of where it's at.
Yeah, it was like middle ward.
So let's take note and just continue to the bar.
Same for you, just taking it to where it was.
Mm-hmm.
There you
Yeah.
go.
I go into drink.
Walk and drink.
I need a drink.
There is a total of about 4 tables that are open. It's really quiet. Everybody in here looks very human.
It's
I feel at home.
Yeah, are they eyeing any of us non-humans?
Oh, they're eyeing all of you non-humans.
I tell them, I'll be like, please, we're just here for drink. Leave my friends alone. We do good day.
The bartender steps forward. Alright, listen. I give you all one drink. You gotta get the hell out.
Why is that, buddy?
Listen here. I don't know where the fuck you think you are right now, but this is Fenrir's home. This is human territory. Get your fucking asses out of here.
Inside check. Well, actually, that's like there's no
I
point.
mean,
Well,
sounds
I don't
like-
think you're gonna
I
need
feel
an
like there's no
inside
point,
check for this
yeah.
dog. You could roll a nat 1. He fucking hates these guys. He wants them the fuck out of here.
You're thinking of
But
like
I'm
persuasion
half
or
you,
something.
bro.
Yeah.
If you want to convince him, it'd be persuasion. And this
Look, man, it's a long story. I will admit, we are of a high.
That's cool. You tell it somewhere else.
No,
You don't
we're
give a
gonna
shit.
stay
You don't give
here.
a fucking
Wait.
shit.
You don't understand. The more you keep saying, the more everybody else in the bar is standing up.
Those lazy people.
Brew. Take my drink. Yeah, take my brew. Pay the man.
Shit.
I'm gonna
What
just-
bruise? He ain't fucking pull nothing out. He straight up looked up, saw these two, and was
Said
like,
we only getting one,
we
I'm
ain't
like,
doing no.
What are you again there?
I'm
Take a
sorry.
brewski, please.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They do not like us.
You're human, right? No, they fucking hate you.
They
too.
fucking hate you too.
They hate you. You've gotten some nasty fucking looks. People have said things to you
They've
as
already,
you
they're
walked
already
by.
talking shit. Like,
They've said shit like
Abomination.
halfy.
they're making
calling you-
racial
They call me
slurs at you in
creepy.
particular.
They're calling you halfy.
I'm a paladin.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Bastards.
They're like, I guess they let
Every time they
anyone
walk
become
by
paladin.
you, you've just heard people mutter impersonator.
Okay.
What about me?
Alright. Alright.
Anything
That's
about
fine.
me?
Alright.
You're human, right?
Yeah.
I'm not.
Okay. Alright, Freddy's different.
I
Okay.
my God.
Well, then I guess we'll just leave.
Favorite,
Shit.
okay.
Let's leave these people.
Let's go.
Let's leave
I'm
these
gonna say,
people.
I'm gonna act like I'm just like
Racist.
Just mumble into your prayer.
Racist bastards.
No?
Yeah, can I
Can we be like
See?
1960 like something instead? Because this sounds like the 60s instead of the 90s.
It sounds worse. It sounds worse than the fantasy, bro.
You're just in one town.
Okay.
We'll be fine. Alright, I guess we'll just block out and alright. What now?
Well, we walked 4 hours
apply
to
my
find a
disguise
racist
kit?
bot.
Sure. Give me a performance check.
What is your name again?
Raymond.
Raymond.
Chief. Mamba Slay.
Mama Slayer.
Huh?
19.
19? Your skin is really convincing. Your tusks are not.
It's ugly.
He's got big, ugly bottom teeth.
Exactly.
Big, ugly, nasty bottom teeth.
We got big bar north of
Okay.
Exactly.
Oh shit.
I'm not sure that's how it works,
Fucking
but.
Christ.
Checkers.
So, what are y'all doing? Looking around, it's probably
I guess look for
Noonish.
any like well, there's not gonna be not any non-racial establishments in this town because they say it's a human territory.
What kind
So-
of 20 view?
So,
dark vision.
what do y'all non-humans want to do?
Oh, is it for the 120 for the vest?
I hate these bastards.
So that you have to activate that. It's gonna
Terrifying.
send your head 120
Let's do it,
feet
bro.
into the sky.
Oh.
You will be able to look around from 120 feet in the air. You will not be able to make out details from 120 feet in the air.
I can just see things.
It would be like to scout.
Yeah.
Like you're going through the woods and you don't know if the north is the way you need to go to get to the tower or the west. You would scout up 120 feet and then you could look left, look right. Like the tavern's that way, or the tower's that way.
Okay.
I'm tired of not being welcomed in these towns. Let us leave.
I mean, I've
Alright.
experienced prejudice with this.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
It's disgusting.
I'll take lead.
Well, you remember that you were told that there was always a bed welcome for you at the church.
I want my buddies.
Well, it goes for.
Okay,
There's
cool.
always a bed welcome at the church.
Nice.
That was the creed you were taught
Mm-hmm.
growing up.
I was basically an orphan, so
So yeah. What's the?
Alright, boys, what do y'all want to do?
Is there anything anyone knows of this area?
I mean, this is unlike something I've ever seen before.
Yes, well, if you do need to make a patronage, now would be the time.
Just like how you called it that. That's a good name.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I want to try with them.
I feel like we should
non-humans and so alone in this town.
fuck some shit up.
I'll go over to my
I
church.
want y'all to go
Over
here.
your church.
Yeah, I'll seek information there.
Large blue and gold lake doors, just like the one you saw.
Fuck yeah.
Tried to open. These open with ease. As you open the doors, it looks like your typical cathedral would. Pews, long hall, pedestal for priest to stand and talk. But there's no one in here.
Should have expected that.
There's priests. All of them are human. There's clergymen. All of them are human. There's cleaners. All of them are gnomes. All of them are in shackles. The
All the
same
gnomes,
shackles.
It sounds like
That we saw earlier in that.
the same shackles that you saw in the tower.
I don't like this. I'm already getting bad vibes here.
Yeah, it's going from your
Okay,
church, bro.
Not what I'm familiar with.
And your deity was
Hmm.
church too.
The gnome, a gnome approaches you
Mm-hmm.
before you're noticed by the rest of the clergymen.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I don't know what you're doing, but you should probably get the fuck out of here.
What is your name?
My name, I don't fucking remember.
Oh.
Why are you in that armor? Why are you in this building? And why are you in this town? You'll be dead before the day's over.
I was
You're impersonating a member of the church?
impersonating. I've been raised by the church.
Listen here, for the last 200 years, this church and every church in this goddamn nation has had every second-rate race under their foot that's in their eyes.
Great. I'm not gonna get loud, but I'm like saying it under my breath. All right.
Shit.
Is there any way I can talk to you, or are you bound here?
If I get seen, he's in
He's
shackles.
in
Like,
shackles.
they're all in shackles.
The,
Yeah,
same, the
dude.
same magical shackles I told you that we.
Right. No. I know.
Yeah. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He has no way out.
No,
Yeah,
he's stuck.
So I'm just gonna get out, I guess.
Yeah.
I have no other way.
Uh,
That was information enough.
as you're leaving, it's not like a literal voice that rings in your head, but your mind thinks back to the devil telling you, not everything goes to plan with peace.
Mm-hmm.
For peace to exist, someone must be under someone else's foot.
Mm-hmm.
That's what peace is.
Thomas.
In order for peace to exist,
There has to
the
be-
capable have to align-
The capable have to be standing on top of the
They
other.
have to align with the strong, and the strong crush the weak.
Yeah.
It's just that's how utopias work.
Not always, but this one for sure.
That's how this one went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like
The
this.
revolution's about to happen.
You're getting the feeling that what the devil wanted you to do
Mm-hmm.
is make this world closer to your world. And you know, thinking back through history, that this has happened before in your time. Not
Generations past the Dragon Bolt.
like yeah, generations back. This is how it worked.
I've never experienced this, but my forefathers have.
Here they figured out this is the easiest way to peace.
This is a peace. This is oppression.
What is peace?
Yeah.
War.
War never changes.
War.
War
War never changes.
War never changes. Every time.
Welcome, boys. Almost heaven.
West
Virginia.
No, don't.
Blue Ridge Mountains. Shenandoah River. Oh, the cameras went out again.
Fuck.
Whack.
Your computer doesn't like this. So racism,
Not cool.
Yeah,
classism.
I'm gonna ask Maddie how that went. Get any useful information,
Only implications.
such as
There were slaves.
what kind of slaves?
Gnomes. The humans were walking around, didn't even pay attention to anything going on. If they had noticed me, they probably would have slaughtered me.
Yeah, so I'm not liking the situation one bit.
The gnome told me just to leave, and clearly hasn't even given a name. He must have just been taken from the time he was a child.
Well, before some good Samaritans come to ring us by our neck, I figure we should probably get out of here.
I feel like even if I keep to my oath, I'm still going to be attacked for just my appearance.
Yes, how does your deity feel about humans controlling other races as subservient to them?
My deity is dragonic in nature, so they,
Naturally abhorred.
I
Have you been able to contact your deity
No.
since we've been here?
Been cut off, although I still feel some connection. But communication is not even there.
Yeah, like you feel the divine energy
Yeah.
you're receiving, but if you reach out
Mm-hmm.
to it's like you place a phone call and that bitch just
Like,
rings.
I've made several attempts.
It's not hanging out in the Hindu because just keep on.
Well, as long as you're still blessed with divine power, I imagine you haven't violated your oath.
No, I believe not. Even with these thoughts that I've had, even with questioning everything that I believe.
We should tear this place.
Well, do we really want to start an insurrection in fear of, dare I say, monsters?
Even if they are that bad,
do
we do
not.
have to consider the impact on, yes, what would be innocents. People who have nothing to do with this, they're just part of the world.
Yes, there are innocents on both sides. That's what makes it so difficult.
But perhaps,
Let's find the high power here.
Yes, we have to get to the root cause of this.
Go on an adventure.
I feel like that if the church isn't on it, much of the civilization
Well, this is very
will be
much
centered around
a
it.
structural thing, so there's always someone who puts the structure in place. So
Must have a king.
Someone.
yeah,
I mean, this is probably laid out by generations of people doing such things.
So with your knowledge from your previous world, Valet was the capital. Fender's Hold was like the sub-capital.
Mhm.
Like Houston. Austin.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you don't know the state of things here, or where they stand, but as far as you would know, it would still be Valet where the seat of power would be for the nation.
Okay.
So,
well,
You would also know that's a long ways away.
we do have to stay in a near town at least. We have to speak with.
What time is it right now?
Well, we must, I believe,
He's
hide our
It's
abilities
probably
if possible.
1, 2,
3.
3. Okay.
Maybe not stay inside the city limits, but we do have to stay nearby. We do have to meet with our devil companion tomorrow.
Is there any way we can, like, buy cloaks, hide our faces, our appearance?
I mean, figure it out.
Okay.
I can't give you the answers because I have the answer.
No, I mean, this is me asking the other members. What kind of solution should we have? Because our appearances are clearly an obstacle.
Well, I do have my cloak, but that only works.
We should first find a place. Let's first find
He's
a
kind of like, this road's kind of dope, man.
Yeah. I mean, shit.
Yes, I'm
Harry and race and all that. Just saying.
I feel like we should first find a place to stay for the night. It's a little past noon. We should probably get out of this area. Find a place first to settle. We have to camp. We can't find a place.
yes.
over here.
And then discuss the plan
Here.
for the following day.
Seems that
How do you,
our most
how are you-
viable option will probably be camping.
remarks you've been getting
Offer camping
Definitely
maybe.
take that signal under a
Me.
bridge. Because that definitely draws attention to me down.
I probably got us some food, some money.
That makes
Do
me
a little
feel easy.
camping.
It's focused.
It's shameful to hide it.
I'm worried that my church is.
Well, while y'all are kind of like, I'm just gonna start walking.
Yeah.
I'm getting the fuck out of this place.
Yeah, I'll attempt to wrap it up.
I'll
See if
follow
I have any
y'all.
negative repercussions as far as being held. And
Your only repercussion right now that you know of is them considering you impersonating a member of the church, which you don't understand because
it baffles me.
you're a member of the church.
I'm a member of the church. It's all I know.
Bet.
It's a cool thing about other timelines. Shit gets all fucked up.
I'll fuck
So I'm gonna like hide my insignia if that doesn't violate anything. Okay, all right.
You take it off.
And
Kind of hide it under your breastplate.
I don't like.
He has a hood now. So I didn't
Under your breastplate, but you still feel the warmth coming
Okay,
from it.
all right.
What?
Cool.
Your titties hot.
I'm a
Hot breast.
I mean,
Warm titties.
I'm a
Titties.
dragonborn, so yeah.
Sweaty titties.
Sweaty, scaly titties.
Sweaty booties.
I mean,
You got some of that underscale sweat.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Right.
Just leave it at that.
Just
Derek,
it's kind of hot.
you start just hearing static
Mhm.
and broken words.
Mhm.
It's not even stuff like go back. It's you can't make it out.
Mhm.
It's just like someone he's trying to get through. He doesn't seem to be able to do it.
I'm gonna make. Is there anybody nearby that I can see?
Roll me a perception check.
24.
No.
I'm gonna step to the side of the street, kind of like conceal myself, and I'm gonna make my blade appear. Kind of like try to like focus it, see if maybe I can.
Like radio
Yeah.
antenna. Roll me.
Bunny ears it. Rabbit ears it.
Roll me an intelligence check.
So, 7.
7.
Yeah.
You probably are waving your arms around for like 5-6 minutes.
Nothing.
It's not getting any clearer. It's not getting any worse. It's not getting any clearer.
Can I ask, friend, can you hear that?
More garbled garbage.
Yeah. You materialize it. I don't know. I can't make it out.
Okay. Heard. So what is everybody else doing?
I'm looking for an inn as of right now.
Okay.
A place to crash
Give me an investigation check.
inn. Hold on.
Takes you about. You remember passing one earlier in the day.
That's pretty solid. Then.
You walk up to it. It's called the Summer Breeze Inn. As you walk in, it's a very nice establishment. It's mahogany wood. It's painted like a deep purple. An older, probably in her late 50s, early 60s lady is just like, hello today.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
What can I do for you?
How much for a room?
Well, is it a single or a double?
A double.
Doubles run about $6 a room a night. Yep.
I'm a little short. You think you can maybe do 4?
Well, I have a cup. I'll do 5.
Sounds legendary.
How about 4 gold and 3 gold and a silver?
I'll do 5.
I'll take the 4.
Is that 5?
God damn it.
That's awesome.
Just being a bag.
Come on.
It's not like y'all are fucking poor. Y'all looted an ass ton of money. Like,
I'm actually not.
He is
clear on
now.
how much we have.
That's true.
y'all got almost like a little over 1,000 apiece. And you've spent 150, another 5 silver and 2 copper. Ooh.
Alright, okay, I'll take the 5.
Is that just one room then?
One room it is. And I just whisper.
She slides the key across and goes back to doing her crossword puzzle.
Rules for somewhere that sells weaponry.
Roll me a stealth check.
Yeah. was gonna say.
Even as my sick ass disguise?
At disadvantage.
Bro, what?
You're like,
Prop it up, man. Like, it's just gonna explode.
7.
Weak.
Ooh, this is gonna be
So you're going off by yourself?
I guess I see him walk down the street because, like, after that, I was just like, huh, I wonder what everyone else is doing. I just see Evan walking down the street.
You're lucky. Everybody rolled like trash. Where were you headed?
Find somewhere there where they sell weapons.
Weak.
Weak.
They aren't discriminatory.
Oh,
It's
well,
like-
good luck.
Everybody trying to shoot me. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the weapon store.
I also watch Adam go.
What are you trying to get at the weapon store?
A weapon, seeing if guns exist.
Oh, you're trying to see if firearms are a thing.
Because
Looking around in the weapon store, you do not see any.
Do I see any cool?
You don't see any type of weapon you've never seen before.
Damn.
Because you wouldn't even know what a gun is to begin with.
Yeah, that'd be a meta game.
The clerk and like, can you find weaponry here? Son?
What do you think just happened?
Roll a stealth check.
Can you find?
Bro, nope, you already fucked up, dog.
Anything that just happens to be using black powder.
oh god.
9.
9.
I'm British.
He's kind of looking at you. Well, I mean, everything we got here is fine. Your teeth are funny.
Oh, yes. I'm
Damn, this fucking
actually
place is so
British.
discriminatory. You got some big teeth there, boy.
My father was ugly as
I see he passed it on to you then, because, god damn.
Yes,
Did you?
I have trouble with the ladies sometimes. I'm just gonna tell you up front.
I mean, you kind of look like a halfie.
Oh, good God, sir!
Oh, I know, I don't mean no offense.
But you
You big old teeth on the bottom. They just. You got to see where I'm coming from, sir. You got
I've
to
heard
understand.
it before, but my God.
Roll a deception check. Roll a deception check with advantage.
Can't fuck this up. Don't fuck it up. God.
Deception. 15.
Oh.
That sounds like a disguise.
He seems to be. He buys it. But
Oh, look,
Man,
past
things
that,
are
sir.
racist. Everything gets so much more scary.
Yes. Any
The smallest
Well,
things seem scary now.
I mean,
Kind of
something that
teaches us something
excellent.
about the real world. Maybe.
Racism is scary.
well, I mean, we do have a few magical items, but not much.
May I peruse?
Well, they are quite expensive, sir. You know, with
Everything's super racist.
the levies and the taxes and all that, since the
Everything's
purge.
extra.
Ah, yes, I understand the purge.
The purge.
What about non-magical?
Oh yes, I mean I have a wide selection. What are you looking for? Like an axe or a sword or a spear, bow and arrow,
Well,
a crossbow, if you will, sir.
perhaps.
How about a sling? You look like a sling type of person.
I would
Someone
like
who
sling
would
time.
throw rocks in the middle of combat.
Are you making another jab at my teeth, mate?
Inside check.
Inside check. Yeah.
Shit. Go ahead.
14.
It seems pretty on level. He's like, I mean, no. You just seem like you got some upper body strength.
Thank you. Thank you. I will look at that sling, sir.
Oh
From my knee.
Seriously.
Gone from front
Nobody's
row
ever
to
used the
southern.
fucking sling, and I love it.
Fuck it. And
It
I'm
is-
proficient in slings.
It is a piece of 2 pieces of cotton cord or leather cord with a little leather sack that
For your testes.
that you can put. He gives you these as well. He gives you a bag of 20 stones. You can put it in. So the rocket would do.
Ooh, they're quite nice. Nice rocks, man. Do you have any pointy rocks, sir?
Well, I mean, we don't carry pointier rocks, but I mean, if you wanted, you could, I guess, point them up yourself.
Perhaps.
If you wanted pointy rock, why not just buy a bow
Because I have one. Yeah.
or a crossbow? It seems kind of backwards intuitive if you wanted to hit people with pointy rocks to get a sling when you could just get a crossbow, because that's a pointy rock on a stick that you throw at someone really hard.
It does more damage.
Jabbing
You
in
know
my
what's-
teeth again.
Too late. I've already pulled out the
Show me your
sling.
spears. I mean, the weapon, of course. Obviously. Show it to me. Present, please. Do it.
He pulls down 2 spears. He pulls down his pants and flops his dick out on the fucking counter and says, "Here's a spear, motherfucker." No. Cock magic. No, he pulls down 2 spears. One's very ornate. The other one is just like a basic wooden spear. They both deal the same damage.
What do these good for?
Well, this wooden one here is about 15 gold pieces. And this one here, this fine one made from Damascus steel is around 12,000 gold. But if you purchase today, I would knock the price down to
8 gold.
8,000. 8,000.
You say 8 gold. Wow.
8
That's pretty cheap.
8,000.
8 gold.
I heard
Wow.
8 gold.
I heard that too.
A gold.
8 gold.
Wow.
What a deal. Shit.
Roll a deception check.
Come on, don't fuck it up.
16.
He's kind of looking at you real close.
I'm gonna hold my breath.
Fuck your face.
It's that meme that with the Pete Diddy and the guy just.
I don't think that deal would really work for me.
I understand. Time's tough.
Not a lot of people buying weapons. So I was willing to knock the price down to 8. I haven't sold a sword in. Oh Lord. I only stay open at this point in time to make pots and pans for people. That's why you came in asking for weapons. I kind of like excited.
Excellent.
What did you need them for? What were you going to go fight? What is there to fight?
Wild boar, obviously.
Just using it for
Feral
hunting.
hogs.
He looks just depressed.
Do I see
He's
anyone
the
else in the
business.
room?
No, no, no.
I'm gonna murder this guy.
Oh shit! Way to quickly
You better fucking do it good, buddy, because
I'm doing it.
okay.
We're already about to hit. We're about to dip town now.
To the spear he handed me.
Oh, 8 gold. Okay.
Cool.
Roll me 2 attack rolls.
Oh, how much damage does a spear?
1d6.
Shit, dude.
Oh my god.
First one's 8.
First one misses.
Hey, what you doing?
Come on. Oh, God. 1.
And
What'd you roll on the second one? What'd you roll on the second one? 2? So, you go with the first one, and he kind of like jumps to the side a little bit, and then when you go in with the second one, he like reaches over and grabs the spear, and I need you to make a strength check real quick.
This is not going well.
Oh,
A 5. You are prone.
Oh my god. Oh,
I'm gonna say,
good day, sir.
and then missy step.
You get 60 feet. You're 75 feet in the store.
Okay.
You're not even making it to the front door.
I'll get close. I'll stand up.
Pretty sure it doesn't have that much.
And then prepare to dip.
As soon as you come out, what's your AC?
19.
You take 8 points of damage, and there is currently a spear sticking through your side.
It's just stick to it.
Alright.
And it isn't the wooden spear.
It's nice to know.
It's the very expensive one.
Free spear, at least.
You got the sphere.
Yeah.
You got it.
Fuck it. I'm gonna 1v1 this bitch in his own weapon store.
I mean, it's not gonna be 1v1 long.
Yeah, you gotta think of it that way.
It needed to be swift and decisive, and it was not
Do it.
swift and decisive.
Oh,
so
wait.
we'll see.
Here you go.
We'll see.
Illness, obviously. And then go to the boy. Behind him. And then I'm gonna cast.
So it's a bonus action to go into ethereal.
Mhm.
Once you're in ethereal, you cannot cast anything that will affect anybody outside of the ethereal plane. You cannot attack outside of the ethereal plane. You are in the ethereal plane.
I'm going to ready my shield. And sweat.
Okay. He vanishes.
Bastard. What a bastard.
Like he runs away.
Alright, well, I'm going to clean up all my disguise. But another one. Fuck it.
Roll a performance check.
Actually, I'm not going to do that. Let me turn into. Frog. And hop away and hides.
Okay.
Wait, where the hell does the spear go then?
Hits the ground.
Oh, the kid just ding ding.
But a bloody frog hops away.
Finally.
Water source.
Something, pipe. Crevice. Something small.
You don't really have like a cistern or anything like. You hop away and hide in some barrels or something.
True. Yeah, just gonna hide there.
Just because we went to a different world don't mean everybody in the world's a pussy, my guy.
Shit.
Just saying.
Yeah, I'm gonna hide.
There's still consequences, dog.
Yeah.
So, are y'all wanting to call it? Y'all wanting to meet back up and then we'll call it till next week?
I mean,
Well, it's like 12:30. I'm pretty fucking tired.
Drag your body
Yeah.
over to us.
I was hoping you were about to be like, I go out the front door, and I'm like, you stumble into a street with hundreds of people on it with a giant spear sticking out of your side. Everybody freaks out. The guards are on their way.
Yeah.
the end.
At least you talked about that part. That part. Not anything
Well,
else.
everyone, that was a wonderful episode. Sorry for the problems with the camera. We will attempt to have this episode up on YouTube as soon as possible. We're using a different laptop, so it'll work differently. Other than that, thank you for joining us on our wonderful, whatever the fuck this was. Have a great night, and have some wonderful R&R.
Some like